Welcome to another Moz Play video. This is Mojito, and today we're going to be getting into a space style simulator. We're playing Astro Colony. Let's get to it.
Believing that one planet would be enough for us was wrong. Our colossal ambitions pushed us to leave our homes. Driven by the need of development and achievements, humanity seeks opportunities to discover new worlds and perhaps new dimensions. We are the first colonists, laying the foundation for future generations. It's your turn now. Show your survival skills, unlock technologies, and remember, the galaxy is yours to conquer.
Alright guys, so we're dropping into our first tutorial type platform or base. So we're jumping right in here. As you can see, it's a first person game. I don't know of any way to go third person, but this first part is going to be pretty much tutorial. So we'll just go ahead and follow the instructions of the A-bot. But as you can see, you're pretty much floating in space on a platform, and all your resources is going to be in space floating around you, and that's how you're going to get all the materials that you need to advance the tutorial. So we'll do the pretty basic steps: how to move, how to float, how to walk, and it'll give you some more information on some of the menus, as well as the importance of the floating asteroids that you see around your base. So right now the colors represent what kind of material that is. The darker colors are iron, the reddish brown color is copper, and then you have other type of items in there, or asteroid colors, that you'll kind of see as we do the tutorials. The really darkest of the color is coal, and then actually not coal, I'm sorry, carbon, and then the lighter ones, the blue, are usually going to be frozen ice. Occasionally you'll hit some gold ones too, which are kind of like a greenish yellow, but these light gray ones are iron, and that's going to be one of the basic building blocks of what you need for your base. This AI robot will follow you around, give you a little bit instructions on what to do. I'm going to be speeding up a lot of these chopping and hacking scenes, but that's pretty much what you're going to be doing. I have played this game, but it's been a long time. I played it when it kind of first came out because I really like the graphics. I like space type games, but I took a long break, so I'm a bit rusty. So that's why I'm just starting a fresh game with you all, and just gonna try to remember how to do some of the controls and how to play the game. Okay, so now that we have enough resources, we can actually build one of the first crafting workbenches, which is on our hotbar at the bottom. As you can see, they have F1, F2, F3, F4, etc. As you have enough resources for a crafting bench, it will highlight and go from black and white to actually color. Some of the things you have to pay attention to is your oxygen bar, which is on the left side, and this is what this machine does for you. Whenever you're running low on oxygen, you come back here and replenish it. Now it does require water, which is basically the floating blue asteroids. It does require that water ice in order to work properly, so you constantly have to go up and mine those mine for ice from the blue asteroids, and you can basically convert that to oxygen. So it has like our little objectives on the left side of the screen in green letters, where it says electricity. Learn about electricity. So we have kind of like a technology research tree. As you play, you can just kind of keep unlocking new tech, so that allows you to build new workbenches. New tech requires a certain amount of skill points or experience points, and then eventually it will require more advanced type of points that you'll get from other crafting workbenches. So in this case, we're putting down a carbon reactor, which is going to supply us electricity. All you have to do is keep mining the black asteroids that are in space and keep that machine filled up with that black carbon. But then you will have to build some way to get that power to your different workbenches. So one of the things in here is like electrical lines, and the machines all have like little symbols behind them to let you know where to plug in certain type of lines. So if you look for a lightning bolt symbol, that tells you right there you need some kind of electrical line at that point, and you need to stretch it and connect it to another electrical lightning bolt symbol on another machine. So in this case, we're building some copper wire. It's pretty much a grid type system, so you can just kind of follow the squares. As you put it down, they automatically attach. This copper wire requires obviously copper asteroids, so you have to go out and mine a bunch of them. And you can press and hold and actually drag this out until you don't have any more copper. When you don't have any more copper, it'll turn red. So this just means that we have to go back out. As you can see, the machine has the symbols on top of it to show you what it's lacking. In this case, it's lacking water and electricity for that oxygen generator. So we're going to go out and do some more asteroid mining real quickly to try to get what we need to, one, finish the wire so we can give it power, and two, get some water in that system so we can start pumping out oxygen whenever we need it. The good thing is that you don't float away. I mean, you turn off your artificial gravity boots and you just pretty much fly in space from asteroid to asteroid. You can fly away. You can fly as far as you want. But the problem is the further away you fly, the longer it's going to take for you to get back, and you may run out of oxygen before you make it back if you get too far away from your platform. So always what I like to do is, as I'm mining resources, I always turn around, try to keep an eye on where I am in position or in closeness to the base. And now I should have enough material to make some more. Now it says it can't craft, not enough resources. There we go. I was choosing the wrong thing, I believe. Now it's crafting. First, you have to convert the copper into ingots, and then you can use the ingots to make the copper wire. So we're gonna go get some more copper ore. It's nice that you can craft right there inside of your inventory, but eventually you'll be able to make bigger workbenches that craft a little bit more efficiently than you just crafting it in your inventory. All right, so you can see the wire kind of popping into my inventory. I should be able to put a couple more down. And we'll see how far we can stretch this out. You can go up as well as down, as well as straight across when it comes to building wires and stuff like that. So there's my power junction. You can see with the electricity, and now the electricity symbol should disappear, which it's gone. So the only thing that is lacking for that machine is the water situation. So what I like to do is because I'm going to be building more machines, I like to try to have my power infrastructure in place. So when I slap down these machines, I just make sure I line up the lightning bolt electricity side next to the copper wire, so it automatically connects and gives the device power. So we're doing okay when it comes to copper, to coal, but I'm still, rather than keeping it in my inventory, I'm just going to keep all the coal in that power generator and then just keep going out and getting more. Now, when the asteroids come to your platform, they will just smash it to pieces. So it's best to just get out there and mine them before they do that. Because obviously when they hit your platform, you don't get any of the resources. Okay, so now we have a nice ring of electricity power around the central platform. So as I put down workstations, I'm just going to try to make sure that either I put the electrical connection part next to that wire, or I just extend off of that wire to whatever workbench I just put down, or crafting station. These are the little different menus. As you can see, one of them was gravity boots. All of these menus also have little shortcut buttons that you'll learn as you do the tutorial, or just as you look through the menus. It'll kind of give you, okay, you can also press this letter to activate this skill or this tech. So the next objective is, you can see we can talk to the AI robot to get our next objective, or we can just kind of fill this thing up with ice and then just keep doing our own thing. But I like to try to follow along with the tutorial because it kind of keeps me from getting confused. Okay, so we just unlocked the grappling hook technology, which, as I'll demonstrate here, is pretty useful. You can pretty much launch yourself from where you are to wherever you're trying to get to. Just got to aim and hook onto it, and it has some pretty good reach. See, as you can see, I can quickly get to any asteroid I want, so I can mine it. But that's pretty much how the grappling hook works. Those items way out there, those are planetoids. They're basically floating islands of resources. So you can kind of like look around here and see, like in this case, this has a pile of copper. So I can actually come here and mine these just like I would do asteroids. Or eventually I can bring up, set up some stations as long as they have power, and have those stations do the automatic mining for me. But for now, I don't have any stations really, so I'm just going to do some hand mining. As you can see in the bottom left, my oxygen meter is flashing red. So I'm going to have to cut this short and get back to my base to replenish my oxygen. But each of these little planetoids have different resources on them, like piles of resources. And you just kind of bounce around and discover what's on them and see if there's anything useful. Eventually you'll be able to build a device or a machine that will allow you to actually pull these planetoids closer to your platform, so you don't have to fly out into deep space to get to them. And we're going to pull ourselves back to our platform and drop off the resources. Alright, so unlocking the water technology basically allows you to make some water containers, because eventually you'll be able to make, you also unlock a machine to actually melt the ice into liquid water, but it's going to need a place to store that liquid water. So unlocking the water resource tab allows you to build a bunch of water tanks. Now the water tanks, as you can see, there's a connection here for water. You'll be able to, with unlocking the water, you also unlock clear tubes for transferring water, which I made a mistake there, but the water will basically flow from the machine that melts the ice into liquid water, and you will take a tube from the machine to a basically a water holder block and fill that water holder block. You would, on the other end, take a clear tube and connect the water holder blocks to the machine, and that's how the machine will basically get fed water. Usually they'll have like a little conveyor belt system. When you build these devices, you can set up conveyor belts between them, so it's all automated, and you can constantly have the machines that are producing materials that are needed in other machines. You can have a conveyor system where it just kind of brings that material to the machine, to the door or whatever that raises up on a machine to bring that in. So in this case, I'm trying to find a location, the best location for me to put down this this machine for melting ice into water. And then we're going to go ahead and get this water system connected up to the oxygen generator. That way, when we go to the device, we don't have to drag ice into it. It's already going to have oxygen ready to go. Okay, so here's another resource deposit. We have some iron here. This was on another floating asteroid type island, or whatever it's properly called. But we have a nice good chunk of iron here, so we can get some pieces here, at least until we make some actual machines that will be able to harvest that a lot faster. And again, all these platforms that we're seeing, that we're visiting using our grappling hook, eventually we'll be able to unlock technology to pull those platforms right side by side to our space platform here, so that we don't have to grapple hook and travel just to mine a couple resources. But you also have the option of just mining whatever the floating asteroids are. It's a little bit slower, less efficient, but it's a good starting way to get resources. Trying to keep my oxygen level full. As you can see, it's not flashing red, but there are some bars around the edge of the circle. When I'm at full level, the bars will be completely full. So as you can see, everything's nice and full now, so I don't have to worry about rushing back. Here's another resource place that I don't think I've discovered, and it has quite a bit of, it looks like, iron as well. So that's two floating platforms or floating asteroid islands that I've seen that have iron on it, and then I found one that has copper on it. And as long as I remember the relative position of where they are for the platform, I can eventually bring those closer, and then until they're pretty much mined out of resources, and then we can release them, let them float off into space. But this place, this asteroid is fully destructible. As you can see, it's all morphed and deformed for me mining. As you mine, you will also get soil sometimes, because some of those resources are buried pretty deep inside that floating asteroid platform. But always got to stay on top of our water. That seems to be the resource that goes the fastest, because you're always running low on oxygen. So we're constantly going to be jumping around mining these blue rocks, at least until in the future we will unlock some technology that will actually bring the asteroids to us and automatically mine them and pull the resources out, so we don't have to do this these spacewalks. Okay, so here's a new asteroid platform that we found. This one's rich with carbon ore. So now we have a platform full of iron, copper, and now carbon ore. So three of the main basic resources that we need. And I'm just gonna go ahead and get as much as I can. I'm speeding through a lot of this, jumping and cutting out a lot of this, because you can imagine how long it's gonna take. Even at fast speed, look how long this is taking just for me to get the resources. But you can take as long as you like when you're playing the game, or you can just kind of get a little bit here and there, and then eventually unlock the giant drills that will just do it for you. But we're still early in the game as far as the tutorial goes, and we have not unlocked that technology yet. So for now, we're just going to chip away with our mining pick and bring the resources back to our platform to keep our electricity flowing, because that's mainly what we need for carbon other than construction. But also at the same time, as you see me mining, I'm getting basic science points which is what I use to unlock my skill tree, to unlock new machines to build. So it is beneficial to just kind of constantly mine, because you're kind of getting not only XP towards research, but you're getting the materials you need. Okay, so we still got a little bit of things to do. We got to build our water generator, but for now, I think we're going to go ahead and put a bookmark in the video, and we'll come back in the next episode and continue building new workbenches and unlocking new skills with our research points. So I really like this game, just took a break from it, and hopefully you do too. So as usual, I'd like to thank you for taking the time to watch my videos. Please remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, because it really helps out the channel. And we will see you in the next video.